Good.
He's just sat there, just like, oh, I see.
Meanwhile, we really need to clean out that wrist wound of yours.
Oh, let's hop to it then.
Yep. So yeah, he sits down with you and starts with a pair of tweezers, picks out some sort a lot of some bits of yellow pustules, and drops them in a glass jar.
Yeah, so
Uh,
Aegis has a bit of a nervous tick, which is basically whenever he is feeling like really stressed, wants reassurance, he reaches for his coin.
all
He
right.
doesn't have any coin at the moment, so he's just really annoyed. He just basically keeps reaching into his pocket and finding nothing there, and it's not fucking helping.
Yeah. And once he's cleaned out pulled out all the yellow pustules, he washes it out, and then which does this all stings quite a bit, by
I
the
can
way.
imagine, yeah. I think
And
Aegis has
then
had wounds treated before. Not
yeah, and then he says, "All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this now. So you need to try and be still."
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. And yeah, he goes to stitch the wound on your wrist shut. Uh, Looks it over again and just says, "Good as new."
Yep, feels it. He's just like flexing his arm. Not too much, for he doesn't have quite as much range of motion in his arm.
Eh,
I'm going back into the tunnel tomorrow. This is going to be a bastard. That's alright.
mm. Hopefully it leads to nothing.
Hopefully. We'll find out.
Well, go get some rest. It's gonna be a loud. Let's get some rest. It's a loud night to get sleep, though.
That sick guy
He's
I was transporting, is he doing alright? I'm checked on him.
he's lightheaded. He's come to, but seems when he collapsed, he broke his ankle.
Oh, great.
Where was he headed?
He asked me to move him into Marion and to not ask too many questions.
Right. Well, that seems consistent with how tight-lipped he's been.
I'll check on him, but if he's got a broken ankle, that's good news for you. It means I'm sticking around for a bit longer.
All right. It's good to know. Well, you can take a bed in the same spot as the woman there.
Right.
Yep. And he just goes back to tending to other patients.
So yeah, Aegis goes to the tent.
Azora's basically just lying on her back, and she has a small hand carved wooden pipe that she's smoking. Just lying on her back, occasionally, pulling up a match and taking another, long pull on it.
Hmm.
Every so you start to notice sometimes her sword handles start to shake a bit, and then she takes another pull after that, and just gradually, eventually, falls asleep. She doesn't acknowledge you entering the room at all. Just basically stares at the ceiling till she falls asleep.
I guess Axis last. Oh yeah, after talking with the doctor, he just went and helped people move stuff like nothing had happened.
I guess after a bit, yeah, Aegis doesn't find it in him to sleep. He goes and wanders around, helps Axe out here and there. It's more just he sees Axe doing stuff and just doesn't really have it in him at the moment to sit still. He can't really move much because he's got that bloody wrist. He can't really move heavier stuff with the wrist thing, and he really couldn't lug stuff like Axe does anyway, but he's just kind of following around, helping out, trying to make conversation.
So yeah, it's mostly quiet around the tree. There are people obviously in pain, doctors needing beds moved and bodies moved occasionally, and supplies moved around. There's probably the loudest thing is the oxen trainer has gotten back from a little excursion and is trying to calm his two oxen down, who are still very upset about what happened.
My babies!
You know, he's basically scolding them like, you know, you would scold a dog.
Is the battle still going on to the west? Just distant?
Yeah, there are just occasional pops here.
Yeah, Axis goes unusually calm for these times.
Oh, it's been like this for the last little while. Makes moving around a bastard. But it's good for people like me, I suppose. It's gonna say you as well, but I ain't gonna judge.
Me not fight in war. Me not care about war.
You went from caveman to Slavic. You ever heard of a concept called the broad Slavic spirit? The broad Slavic soul? I'm a broad man with a Slavic soul. Oh, war can be good for some of us, but for most of us, it's a pain in the ass. He just says that he probably knocks into a bed. Looks like someone is sleeping and just wounded.
Oh, I fought in the war.
It aged him years.
Azora.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, your attempts to sleep or rest are interrupted by there are two doctors who are coming in and just trying to see to you and make sure, you know, your illness doesn't progress. Do you try to shoo them away?
Not really. If she's like in sleep mode, she's pretty like zombie. You know, just sort of lets them do what they need to do.
So, yeah,
sort of doesn't pay much attention to them. Tries to just go to a very meditative place.
So yeah, basically all they do is they occasionally they come in, check your pulse, check your breathing, have you drink something, and you know, also attempt. But one thing they do that I want to know your reaction to, they need to check your eyes every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them does attempt to lift your eye patch.
Oh yeah, she lets them.
Yeah,
it's not pretty. I don't know if you want the description of where her eye looks like, but it's gruesome.
All right, yeah. You see, the one that opens it.
This was not a cleanly dressed wound. Like the doctor would immediately notice. This was basically just like left to sit. Like there are like slivers of bone sticking out, exposed.
The one that opens it winces and talks to some people and asks you, "Hey, listen, this wound of yours, how old is it?"
About 3 years.
Right. Well, the plague feeder gas, the magic likes to exacerbate old wounds and seep themselves into it. So for your benefit, we're going to have to ask that while you're in our care, while we make sure this illness doesn't take hold further and we expel it from you, we're going to have to ask that you keep the eye patch off.
Zora just sort of shrugs and nods. That's fine.
Alright, and you let us know if anything starts spurting out of there.
Azora almost chuckles a bit. Like, you know, she doesn't smile, but she sort of snorts, I guess, and then just like, sure. And then she does just add, if there's an attack or something, I need to put it back on the fight.
Alright, that's fine. We're just having it open for the ability so that we can check on it at a glance.
Yeah. So yeah, it's in that case, if this is just going to be exposed, whereas this isn't like, you know, a deep socket or something. Like the skin and flesh is very like twisted up. Like this got like mangled bad. There's a little bit like looks like a shard of skull fragment is sort of sticking out the skin. You can actually see a line of hair of like what used to be like her eyelashes, like sort of just horizontal, has gotten twisted. it like, got torn up and then re-healed all in the wrong places. So there's like skin is stretched over like a deeper hole, but you can see bits of. She does mention to the doctor she does just have to drain it of pus every so often.
Right.
Wash it out, lean her head. She thinks it's like her sinuses leak out into it sometimes.
Yeah, Snake, you're not fond of my stuff, are you?
I'm just
Just to
thinking,
say,
like, at what point making this character like, I'm gonna deeply think about this wound and how horrible it is to myself. That will be a good use.
I did a lot of research into.
Why?
I've
To
seen
what
a lot.
end?
No, into brain and like people who have had their frontal lobes injured, and I learned a lot about brain injuries and about skull injuries and sinuses and eyes and whatnot.
Well, basically, they just tell you, well, if any of the pus is yellow, tell us.
Yeah, it's normally basically just mucus.
Yeah.
That's like dirty, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how they're treating you. So you're gonna need 2 days to expel that sickness.
Okay. Well, the next day we're going back out there anyways to check on the thing, aren't we?
Well, we'll see. We'll get to that. But yeah. So you guys all just sleep the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aegis helps about for a bit, and then goes and has a kid.
Axe grunts as the bed is too small for him, and then he sleeps on. Then he just goes, "Can I get two covers and stuff?" So he just sleeps on the ground.
Azora probably gets up at like 2-3 a.m. She went to bed ridiculously early, and so like just gets up really early, and then she basically just starts. She does leave the eye patch off, but she keeps it like basically around her neck, and then just like starts essentially patrolling the edge of the triage, or like doing any other, mostly patrolling though. Occasionally she'll help if someone seems to need help with something, but it's night anyways. And
yeah.
It's something interesting is that I suggested I got pickpocketed before this begins, and he's like, it doesn't make sense for where we are that Aegis wouldn't notice he didn't have any money beforehand. So now I'm wondering, why does Aegis have no coin?
Maybe he lost it.
Gambling.
It's not really Aegis's thing. And Aegis, I actually did think a lot about how Aegis treats money. Aegis does not gamble unless he has, like, spare money behind spare money. But, I don't know. Basically, he has none right now. I don't know why.
Right.
That's
maybe
He threw it into a wishing well to end the war. Just give it a shot.
Fine. What can you lose?
Saw a wishing well and saw, I'll just throw all my coin in here and make a wish to end the war.
He actually threw away all of his money in a Ponzi scheme that he fell for back in Yuma.
That was for some reason that was ran by a powerful rat.
You can't say that, Ethan Custer.
Powerful rat.
Okay, so when morning comes, what do you guys do?
Well, Axe wakes up. Does his morning stretches. He does a bigger.
Does he go jogging at 6:30 a.m.?
You all have dungeon rations, right? By the way,
We do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Alright, you have to use those. You have to use the use of those up for the night.
I'm trying to think what's Aegis's morning routine. Because I don't think Aegis is an early no. Yeah, Aegis rises early, and his day basically starts with him checking all of his equipment.
Alright.
Yeah, no, Axe is kind of an early riser too. That's just the nature of things.
Azora, the doctors insist that you stay, like, in bed for the day.
Azora's gonna put up some resistance, and it's like, I'm not leaving the camp.
Well, you don't have to leave the camp, but we need you to get rest and stay in the bed where we can continuously check on this.
Wait, hang on. Me and Axe can have a look at the other pathway. Just scope it out, see if there's anything bad about it.
Yeah.
Perfectly capable with that. If they say you got to stick around.
Azora, like, thinks it over, then just, like, shakes her head, and, like, No. I can rest after we know they're all dead. And then just starts going back towards the tunnels.
She's stubborn. Stubborn like ox.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Come
If
on.
there are still more of
Like,
them out there, there's no
Aegis just follows, just thinking, and I'd take
Yeah.
any excuse to stay in bed.
Azora does point out there's no point in me laying in bed if there are more of them out there. It's not like I'm gonna get better if they can keep on,
Well,
causing
they have to be
sickness.
near you to suck the life from you, and you do realize that there's us too, right? It's like no sense just getting yourself done over.
Oh yeah, do recover half HP, right?
yes.
Oh, fantastic.
What are they
I
gonna
do
do? Make me mark sick again?
Does she say? Just turn around and say, "I've already got a debility."
Look at my eye. I'm blind. In what it.
Already have a penalty to Constitution.
What?
But Azora does basically, say, I'm already sick, what am I gonna do? Get double sick?
Yeah.
Well, they
I mean, she doesn't go quite that, she does
Aegis just like
They-
thinks like, did she even think that sounded clever? He just like pauses
No,
and
she
has
doesn't
like a
say that
moment
whole
of
thing.
absolute stillness before Aegis just says, "Yeah, like genuinely that."
No, she
That's
doesn't
their
have the
thing.
follow-up, she does just say, I'm already sick.
Yeah,
Actually-
we're gonna go in circles here.
Yeah, no,
That was
actually,
in character,
in the
by
ba-
the way.
yeah.
Aegis just like
in
utterly
in the
flummoxed
background.
by genuinely yes.
in the background, Axe just goes, I see.
Anyway,
Valid point.
Like being sick ain't just you're either sick or you're not. It develops.
and the plague feeders also specifically feed off of the sick, the life energy of them.
That's a good
To
argument.
grow their
Maybe
own
someone
power.
could say that.
I feel like
Maybe
fucking
so-
Aegis does
like,
say
that's
that. It did
actually
You
make me
rolled the
roll.
10 on it.
Yeah,
you,
Aegis
yeah, you
does
know
point
about
that out.
that.
It's like, yeah, look, you are genuinely what they need right now. You being near them might actually make them stronger more than anything else. They feed off the fact you're sick while making you more sick.
That does actually, stop Azora walking, and she, grips her sword. She doesn't like that, but she is sort of, logically cornered there.
Facts and
Oh, man.
logic. Sora destroyed with facts and logic.
Aegis destroys a veteran woman. Veteran lady.
Man, and it's a good thing I made my intelligence not my jump stat.
Yeah.
I mean, in this party, you would have still probably been the smartest one.
Aegis just turns to act and does the Ben Shapiro smirk.
Fact and logic.
Azora would have been smart if she didn't have brain damage.
I think Aegis has brain
Excuses,
damage after
excuses.
yesterday he bonked his head.
Oh, Aegis should have started talking in voices then, too.
Look, we'll check it. We'll
Azora does eventually turn around and, just sigh and just, fine.
We'll just scope it. They're probably all dead anyway.
Yeah. Azora begrudgingly sits down. And, purely because, yeah, that's a good point. They would get stronger around her. And, she would be an active liability if she did this.
Trying to think. I'm going to go around the... Oh, they already said they don't have many supplies, but I'm trying to think, is there anything I can nick that they wouldn't mind? Not nick, borrow. Borrow.
Nick. He said Nick. It's a bit being a bit O'Malley, are we?
There's, anything that would help me with the whole plague situation.
Oh yeah, that.
Nah, fuck it. I mean, I guess we'll just go. We'll just leave them as they are. we're gonna go back to the tunnel and take the opposite fork.
All right.
There was 2 forks.
There were two. Well, there was one fork. We've had this discussion. There were 4 paths because there was one fork.
Well, this one is in the character. Axe just goes, wait, there was forks down there?
As in, like, a split in the path, not a utensil.
Just joking with you. Me not that dumb. That would just be silly.
Yeah. So we go back to the hole.
Zora does end up, like, she basically, like, smokes more and tries to, like, does try and rest, just because, like, if she does stuff, she gets too antsy about not being down there in the tunnels, so... It's very all or nothing.
Alright, so... Yeah, I'm sending Axe down first.
Good tactical decision. You're too small. You would die.
I was down there yesterday
that
and I
Axe
survived.
knows the word, can, like, say we're tactical.
I feel like he should just be a caveman, but with a good vocabulary.
Yeah.
Oh, like the caveman from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Maybe.
What, and just suddenly just burst out in rage?
He speaks like a caveman but with a very good vocabulary, but then eventually they just throw like a fucking orb out into the vacuum of space and he just goes, bone good, and then just fucking dies. Oh, I love it. Alright, anyway, when you follow the other end of the fork, you pop out actually in the tidal desert, and you see a small wooden shack, rundown wooden shack in front of you.
Axe have idea. Axe is gonna huff and puff.
And then what are you gonna do?
Axe wasn't thinking that long.
All right. I'm gonna have a peek. Like, Aegis is gonna walk up to it and look for any cracks to basically look through in the building.
Yeah, it looks empty. There's some sandbags inside there, but it mostly looks empty.
Looks
there is
empty,
a bit.
But
there is a trap door you can plainly make out though.
Okay.
Actually, just like, there could be trap in there. Me have idea. He's just gonna try and run through the wall. In his mind, it's it's decrepit enough.
They probably trapped the door, but if you just run through the wall, who's gonna leave the wall to be trapped?
Yeah.
There's sound logic.
Yeah, he's just thinking. So he's basically just gonna try and ram through that thing. So Neo.
Alright, roll strength. Yeah, you burst through.
Oh yeah!
But you extend yourself a bit too far. You burst through, and then when you run over where the trap door was, you actually break through the floor.
Oh god!
You're in a very familiar room filled with yellow gas.
Oh no.
Huh.
Oh.
Roll con.
Me not recommend
We're going to
down.
be here another day.
No, you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Aegis just like walks up to the hole, looks down, and just yells, "You alright, big man?"
Yeah. But me found the same room we were at yesterday. No good.
I just realized I'm using the northern slang big man, but it actually just sounds incredibly simple because that slang doesn't exist. It's like literally referring to him as big man instead of the colloquially friendly big man, which is just a mate or a friend or someone who's likable. Fuck.
Big man, it's very literal.
But yeah, Axios crawls out.
I think that's how Aegis should refer to everyone. Just pick like two, like an adjective and a noun.
I do actually think that Aegis probably does just refer to anyone bigger than him that on some level he finds amusing or is a friend as big man, because it's just his term for mate. Though he
How
also
tall
uses
is Aegis?
how what?
How tall is Aegis?
About 5'8", I think.
Oh wow, he's like I think the exact same height as Azora. Azora might be a bit shorter. How about the big man himself? How tall is Aegis exactly?
Oh, I was thinking like. I was thinking like I don't know how much it is in feet, but like I was thinking like a bit over 2 meters at least.
Jesus, that's over 7 foot. I believe.
Yeah.
That's about what I was picturing.
Yeah, I mean he is technically a half giant.
Washington.
Azora
6'20",
Wait,
fucking
so
killing
fucking
for fun.
Oh, I had the wrong line. I had the wrong fuck.
Well, story time.
I
Oh,
made
no,
him
sorry.
radiate,
I'm an idiot. I'm a big idiot. 200 centimeters is 6'5". I'm a big dumb.
But I was picturing him in the 7 foot.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like the
6'20", fucking killing for fun.
oh
I'm fucking I was hoping, Sweet, you were gonna say actually he's like 5 foot flat, he's just very wide. He's actually the smallest.
He's compact.
oh no.
But I like him. Him just towering over the other two.
Azora is with her full armor and everything 7. Like naked, she would probably be 5'6", but and the full armor with the helmet and the boots comes to about 5'7".
God damn it, Snake! You know you made me think like
Based on the description of Aegis, even without probably heavier than Aegis, I feel like she's bulkier than him.
Aegis is very
Snake.
live, because
Yeah.
he spent a lot of his early life
now you made me
dealing
think
with
of
malnutrition, so he's basically probably smaller than he would have been and a lot leaner.
Yeah.
Snake, you made me think of this fucking He-Man character.
He's not short. He's
No.
compact.
No, that's short.
You know they finally measured Germa with a tape measure
Oh wow.
Did they?
live at TwitchCon.
Did they?
He's short.
Yeah,
How tall is he?
they confirmed it. 5'8".
He's a
Wow,
man.
that doesn't make sense. I don't believe it. I think it's 6 inches. Jerma's clearly 5'2". Like, this is all an elaborate scam. They used a fake tape measure.
Alright, so...
No, I would estimate Azora's weight as probably in the, like, 180 territory. She's bulked up since her vice captain of the guards day.
Do you guys decide to go back to the triage via tunnel, or do you just decide to walk the desert?
I
back?
imagine I walk back and he has to take the tunnels. Unless he can climb out.
I mean, no, we got here by a tunnel, Snake.
Yeah, we did actually.
That's what he's.
But we came in via a tunnel. We came up above ground, and you fell back down, and now you're at the end result of the opposite tunnel.
Yeah,
We
actually
were
just
above-
climbs up.
Oh, okay, you just climb back out. Well, I walk either way. I mean, it would require Aegis going through the tunnel. Actually, no. No, never mind. I see the logic here. We do have to go back via the tunnel, probably, if we're going to take the easy way back.
Yeah, no,
Just
the tunnel we came from.
Yeah, the tunnel we came from, not the old tunnel.
Jesus.
You can't just walk back above ground. You don't trust your sense of direction that much.
I ain't doing a
Aegis-
travel roll.
Meanwhile, while Aegis just trying to figure this out,
Actually, maybe we should do a travel roll, and me and Axe just fucking go the wrong direction. Zora's like, where the fuck are those two? Oh god, they're dead. I should have gone. Meanwhile, we're just in Yuma, just like, how the fuck did we get here?
Yeah, like Axe and Aegis both die, and I just like, you know what? Mine is
Well,
the other party.
oh, we just meet a new party member.
Yeah, let's go, Felina, Angelo, and Sweet makes a new character. Yeah.
I am Axe's brother. Yeah, yeah.
I'm Axe's brother, Bigger Axe.
Oh, they're
Big.
twins.
No.
I feel like Axe's brother would be Hammer, personally.
No, it needs to be a weapon name because he's Axel. Axe.
Hammer is a weapon.
Hammond.
Pike.
Oh.
Okay, so you get back to the triage just fine.
Yeah, Azora's waiting for you.
Yeah,
I guess too, she is just like greeting you with her like horrific warped eye area exposed.
I just walks in and he tries to conceal it. You do see this kind of like look, and he does kind of well, good news is you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Azora does like close her eye and, you know, like in relief and sort of lean back a bit. Good.
Axe just walks in. Yeah, nothing to see.
Let's do this.
I don't know why
no.
that's making me think of those fucking 4chan Wojak images. I know it's Junji Ito, but my brain just made that fucking connection instead.
I really like that. Would be a. How has that not been a Wojak yet? Junji Ito Wojak. Wait, this is... if I can find this one. If I had my computer, I could pull it up.
No, you're
Aren't
looking
you
for
on your
Wojaks.
computer? But is the laptop you're on not your computer?
No, it's not my real computer.
Wojak has a fucking Wikipedia page.
Well, obviously he should.
I guess.
Yes, I found the one I was looking for. Yes. This is in my like top 5 favorite Wojaks of all time.
I don't have a list.
Here, I'm linking in the Discord because whatever, but
Oh. What the fuck?
Oh, that's wonderful.
because you know what I really like about this is that the brain change with the, like he's content, he's happy, he's enjoying himself, and that feel when too intelligent Wojak is helpless before him. This is a good one too.
Why did you just post a picture of fucking Ben Shapiro and Neil deGrasse Tyson debating?
That's a really good one. I really like this one.
There is something endlessly entertaining. This is one of the most common brainlet ones, but it's very endlessly entertaining.
Crayons.
Why am I just looking at these fucking things now? This is what Aegis just looks like. That's what Aegis looked like when he pointed out facts and logic.
That's what he looks like after falling down.
The doctors asked to see Azora's eye, so she takes. Looks like this.
Oh no. Reminds me of a cream egg.
Okay, so let's get
Well,
that.
calling Azora's skull a cream egg has a certain dark irony. you know.
I'm also just gonna say, because I know these recordings are just for us, but I have not opened a single one of them in web browser. So the past several minutes has just been us laughing at things that are not on screen.
Nice.
You know, I'm glad. Fuck anyone who watches these videos. Like, you know, like,
Wow.
what are you doing with your life?
If you're listening to this, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Exactly.
Hey,
That's
gonna
what, I mean,
just-
I also say that in comments, but you know.
hello. Thank you for listening.
I feel like me and Sweet have to be pro viewer now.
I can't believe that, like, I can't wait for that Tabletop of Twats gets more viewers and subscribers and commentary.
Just someone will find out that you, Snaker, has this channel, and someone's like, "Oh man, I like your alternate channel, but you know, do more,
That's-
more."
When is someone gonna do? When are you gonna do Dungeon World on the main channel?
That's a good question. That's still one of the funniest things ever. I hope for a video on the main channel.
The main.
Oh, that was rough.
You know, I'm gonna comment on a Snaker video. This is a good episode. Do you think you're gonna do a playthrough on the main channel?
That's a galaxy brained take that no one watching is gonna get. I don't mean
You know,
anyone
I'm
watching this, I
gonna-
mean anyone who sees that comment.
Oh my god. No, Snake. You need to, like, respond to him, say, yeah, don't worry, there's gonna be a video on the channel. Then it's an Arnut video.
There we go.
Okay, so let's get back to this. Azora, you
Yeah.
see, they arrive.
Yeah. No, yeah, we
Okay.
went through this. They
Oh,
tell
okay.
Zora and she,
Yeah,
like,
we
you
just
know,
told her you didn't miss anything.
Gotcha.
which, you know, she's relieved to hear that.
So we'll have to spend the rest of the day and the next day here for Azora to have her illness taken care of. So how are you gonna
She tries to
spend?
help out in any way she can
Yeah.
while she's here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
much
actually,
what
Probably
just-
not the
Aegis-
best bedside manner with the exposed horrific eye injury.
Aegis, meanwhile, checks in on the guy he has to escort, who, going to be honest, he doesn't actually even know his name. He never actually volunteered his own name to Aegis, just get me to Yuma, you'll get paid.
And to Marion, you mean?
Sorry, yes, Marion, he went from Yuma.
Yeah. It just says, yeah, I'll be able to walk out on here I'll be able to walk out on here by tomorrow. Just get me there.
Yep, that I can do. But we got... Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Aegis
What?
Aegis was just about to say something, he looks behind, notices the other two are just moving stuff around, and he just turns and says it's fine to him.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah, he looks pretty antsy. He's like
What's
looking
Aegis'
around.
wisdom?
Aegis' wisdom is 9, it's a flat 0.
And what is Axe's? I can't imagine his wisdom's too high.
It's actually 12
Oh wow.
because I have
Here's
some
something fun. So it definitely makes the most sense that Azora would scout ahead, both mechanically and like
Excellent.
in person she would just sort of like insist that she does so. I think in a lot of situations at least, or that would be her inclination. And she's most self-sufficient and she has the highest wisdom. But like the bad part about that is Azora realistically encounters something and then just dives headfirst into it herself without getting anyone else involved. Is her first instinct in any situation. Anyways.
Azora's gonna be a kill stealer.
You should steal
Ridiculous.
my kills.
So yeah, how do you three spend the day and tomorrow?
Well, like I said, Axe just goes around helping people, tries to be nice.
I think Aegis finds people who are just kind of lazing around, maybe play... just just as a kind of flavor detail, Aegis does keep like a small box of dominoes on him, so he's just playing dominoes, chatting to folk most of the time.
Nice.
What is this dominoes you speak of?
It's dominoes. It's a game. It's a tile game. Actually, no, it's tile games go. Aegis just breaks out a mahjong set, just plays, gets some
Oh,
mahjong
great!
going.
Yes, take.
Domino's not a bad last name for
Just take something that's easy to learn.
Felina Domino. I like that. I'm making that canon. Finally, I have her last name, Domino. Now that I'm not playing her, she
Nice.
may be next. You never know.
She'll die.
Felina, no joke, would have died from that if she went through what Zora just did.
So yeah, the person you're playing, I guess you're conversing with idly, asks you which city you're from.
I'm not from Hemlock. Traveled up from the south when I was a bit younger.
How long you been in the country?
3-4 years now.
You picked a fine time to show up.
Considering I fell right in with a bunch of mercenaries when I first turned up. Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, no, this is all happening. I gotta ask, why are you still here?
Aegis actually does have to pause for a moment, and then best he can muster is just like looking and saying, "Oh, I'm not leaving." I spent most of my life running from one war. This one's not going to kick me out.
He just kind of looks around and just says, "If I were you, I'd just go back. If I were you, I'd just go to Yuma and hunker down."
That's not for me. I don't begrudge you if that's what you're doing. That's probably the right thing, but bunkering down, that's not really what I'm thinking to do right now.
Yeah, he looks around and just says, "Well, I just don't feel. I used to be I was all about traveling until I entered into the wrong part of the damn plains, and an explosion happened, and
I took an arrow to the knee.
Annihilated my arm." And you can see, yeah, he does have his arm. His arm is pretty much his arm's in a cast.
Sorry to hear it, man. So what?
Yeah.
Were you heading up to Yuma, bunker down, as you say?
Yeah, I want to head up to Yuma to hunker down. Original plan was to go to Emberwell because I know a guy there, but I ain't getting up the mountain like this.
Considering that Aegis just came from Yuma, is there any advice I can give to him? And tell him the situation. It's oh yeah, I actually just came from Yuma. I'm bringing a guy down south to Marion. Sketchy guy said to avoid the main road, so wish me luck on that. But as for you,
advice for getting to Yuma from here would probably be
it's just telling him the situation in Yuma more than anything
Oh
else.
yeah,
How
yeah.
it is up there.
Yeah, Yuma's mostly okay.
Yeah. No,
Pretty
it's
much,
okay. I tell him, yeah, you got the right idea. I just came from
He
Yuma.
recommends a good restaurant.
It's doing alright at the moment.
Azora, I'm just gonna have Azora overhearing this from behind him, just sort of grunts, making the right decision, getting out while you can.
Aegis turns around, kind of surprised that she got the idea that she was just quiet and just says, "So what about you? You can fend for yourself. Look ready to jump into danger. So, what's your story? You can join us if you like."
Azora does sort of hesitates a bit, then sits down, and then just, from Grimwood, used to have an old job, didn't pan out, and then sort of thumbs at her eye, got this, couple other injuries, and mercenary now.
Ooh. Yeah, I heard of Grimwood, it's a rough time.
Mm-hmm. War's looking like it's breaking out there too, but wasn't any point staying.
I'm from
No one
Bruf.
innocent left to save.
I'm from Brufnell. Heard of that place?
Maybe. Azora sort of thinks, like, knits her brow.
like,
Thinks a bit.
it,
Seems like sort of irritated.
like Aegis just kind of looks at the other guy, just like very confident. Neither of them have like Brufnell immigrants would. Here's the thing: Brufnell immigrants would have only arrived here a few years ago, and who the fuck cares about Brufnell? It was a tiny kingdom hundreds of miles south that fucking spent the last 50 years in decline.
Does he describe like the basic?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he explains like.
Yeah, Azora. No, after a while, Azora could. Oh yeah, no, like Azora knows what he's talking about. She can't place the name of it, but like
Tiny
Azora once
Kingdom.
upon a time like knew a lot about politics. But
well, here's the thing. It's
know.
not like Bruf. Here's the thing about Brufnell is it's not really an important place. Like it was a tiny, like maybe 200 years ago it had any note, but for the last couple of centuries, it has just been a tiny kingdom that was pretty much set to die and very recently did.
Still, the
Like,
fall of a
last 20
country
years.
and military, like for military history, if nothing else, Azora probably would have studied. Like cases. She probably would have been, up to date on, like wars of the world and whatnot. I mean, she all the way from Grimwood.
But the point is, yeah. So spent my childhood running away from that. Spent a few years. Spent a little while in some tiny fishing village. If you asked me to walk back there, I don't think I'd find it. And then just told my mum, begged me to stay. I said no, I can't stay, and I can't stay here. This is nowhere. I finished the trek to Hemlock. That was the original plan. I think it was the original plan.
Yeah, the other guy just yawns and just says, I don't get the whole thing with kingdoms anyway. You ask me, Hemlock's always had the right idea. Fuck kingdoms. Just have cities. You don't need a whole damn country.
I like to imagine there's just a ring of gunfire from like the distance, and Aegis says, "Yeah, that's working out real well right now."
Azora like actually takes out a bit more leaf and pinches it into her pipe and starts to light up. But then she just says, shrugs. Grimwood, the king's been losing power throughout the country for decades, since before I've been born, and sort of takes a long drag on her pipe. Few different churches, whatnot, political factions, everything divided up. The local lords had more control than the actual kingdom did, and most of the lords were, more loyal to whatever their church was than the actual king. That's sort of what war was shaping up.
You wanna know something funny? King of Brufnell. I don't even know the guy's name. But when I was a kid, I got told the same story over and over again, a million different ways. The last thing the king did, ride out into the town center and yell at the few people left in his army and yell to the peasants, grab what you can, we're riding out. We're gonna make sure they remember the name Brufnell.
Azora just sort of mutters under her breath, jackass, and takes a drag on her pipe.
Aegis kind of picks up and says, the guy was a jackass. He rode out alone. No one followed him. We ran. We took what we could, and we got out of there while he didn't die for us. He wanted us with him.
Smart kingdom.
Well, this whole damn war's happening.
Smart people, stupid kingdom.
Yeah,
well, that was Azora's point.
Yeah.
Smart kingdom, stupid king.
Well, this whole damn war is just happening because the damn cities aren't happy being cities. No, they gotta form a nation. They gotta form a kingdom. They gotta be a confederacy or a league. Fuck it. Just stay cities. They don't need one authority. We're doing just fine.
We're doing alright. I don't know, man. I only just got here. Maybe they'll get out their system when they realize that they're losing more fighting than they were ever gaining in peace.
All the other cities just need to follow Emberwell's example, I swear.
Emberwell's profiting from the whole. This is becoming a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Emberwell's profiting from the whole damn thing.
Actually, you say that, Axe kind of slams his axe next to you all,
Oh.
and then sits down.
You want to join in? Like, it's just. I like to imagine we finish our game and just start again, like scrambling the dominoes.
Emberwell, bad place.
Azora in a game of dominoes, yeah.
Huh?
If you know, reshuffle.
Yeah.
Emberwell's the only place with a future. The guy just sort of mutters to himself and shuffles in his seat.
Future built on innocent people.
He just kind of side eyes that comment and just like, they let people live like individuals. Can't make it, you know. The strong do it.
Oh my god, the place is ran by
people
Senator
make it.
Armstrong.
The strong people make it, and if the weak can't cut it, then they don't cut it.
Strong, and like at the strong comment, Azora just sort of chuckles to herself. Big fish, small pond.
You
Strong
really think?
relative.
You really believe
Strong
that?
doesn't last forever.
You
Yeah.
honestly believe that?
You do that.
Yeah.
You do that long enough. There's no weak people left to actually, you know, do the things that keep a country running.
Well, that's the point. They're
Azora
not.
shakes her head. Azora actually disagrees with that. Nah. Strong can't last. Just because you're strong today, no one can maintain it forever.
Emberwell not strong. Emberwell abuse strong people.
You
They
can be the
cowards.
toughest, baddest king in all the land, but one day or another, your kingdom too will fall into the sea.
Yeah, I watched Fargo.
It's only a matter of time.
He just looks at Axe and just says, "You got a problem with Emberwell?"
Many problems.
What, did you get ripped off?
No, worse than that.
Did you invest in a bad company?
They take everything from me.
What's everything?
They slaughter Axis village. Herd us like cattle.
Really?
That's the truth of Emberwell.
Azora just sort of keeps on playing the domino game.
There's a
I feel
lot
like
of
Aegis
shit.
is the only person here who feels awkward. Like at that. Just like,
Yeah,
oh,
look,
this
sir.
took a dark turn.
The other guy just thinks, just says, there's a lot of truths in Emberwell. That's why I like it. They don't got no authorities.
Oh, look,
You fool.
Look, for your sake, man, I'm just gonna say, if you're looking to dodge this war, yeah, Emberwell's probably your best bet, and Yuma's a good stopgap, but...
No, it's not. They facilitate war.
For some people, it's better to be in a place that facilitates it than in it.
Axe just grabs his axe to basically go to bed and he says, those people cowards. They enable war. They enable oppression of us.
And Azora just sort of, like as Axe walks away, just sort of smirks. Yeah, cowards always seem to be the one who survive, though.
War ain't... You ask me if I'm... You ask, see this, won't I run? This is where Aegis just looks at the guy. This is where I live. War. It's where I make my money.
Huh. Fair enough. You should go to Emberwell then. They agree with you. And he takes just sort of just lies down.
Alright, I think we're done for the day. It's like, just finish up the dominoes, like Aegis starts putting them away. I think he misunderstood my point that, front lines of it, not sitting at a desk, but hey, Aegis isn't going to belabor the point. So now it's just Aegis and Azora, and I'm not sure if Azora playing. Yeah, she was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joined in.
So you're so far traveled then.
Azora sort of shrugs, wandered around Grimwood for a few years before deciding to just come here instead. First time I've been outside the country.
Anything draw you here?
Heard it was a nice place. Then heard it was looking like war was on the horizon, same as my country. Seemed a shame. Back in Grimwood, there is no one left to save.
No one left. So you're gonna save people here?
Anyone I can. Not saying I'm gonna stop a war, but yeah. I've seen the worst this world has to offer. And if I can spare anyone else from having to see the worst of it, seems like the thing to do.
We're all too late to stop it.
Azora sort of shakes her head. Things haven't gotten that bad yet. And besides, there are still pockets of people who, haven't seen the worst of it yet, haven't been exposed. There are people who have a chance to get out. Look at him. He might be able to... He was stupid in trying to go to war, and now he's getting out. Might be able to find more people like that just trying to leave. I can help. If I can do something so that someone else doesn't have to.
I'm moving a guy into the... I'm gonna move a guy into the thick of it, come morning. Come whenever he's able to walk. I'm marching some guy to Marion.
Azora just takes a drag. Well, if you want some backup on the road, hate to see you eat one.
I'll take whatever help I can get, but... No, I'll just take whatever help I can get.
I'll tell you this now, kid. My advice to you, get out of this while you can. I get where you're coming from. Don't have anything else to go to, but... have to warn you.
Aegis just, looks and says... Aegis just looks and just kind of smiles at that and, calling him kid. I don't... How old is Azora, actually?
Late 20s.
Okay, so...
I think she might just solidly be 30, but, maybe not quite 30.
Okay, so she maybe has She maybe has...
I would say 28. Yeah.
Okay, so she does have a few years on Aegis, but Aegis does just smile and say, "You ain't the only one who's seen some bad shit, you know. I know what I'm doing. I know where I belong."
You know what? Azora looks at Aegis, and for the... Aegis actually smiles, looking at him with her one eye, and horrific, melted mess over where her left eye was, and just sort of, smiles, almost, sadly. Believe me, kid, you haven't.
Man, this is just gonna be this is just gonna be a dick waving contest of I have worse now. Aegis has seen a lot of friends die and seen a lot of fighting and mutilation over time.
Azora is gonna have
Azora's seen Grimwood,
Azora's journey is gonna come to a close when she meets an NPC who's had 2 eyes raped. 2 eyes raped.
Wow.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Azora just has to pack it and is like, okay, I guess I'm not that edgy anymore.
Yeah. No, it's not like Azora doesn't think she's no one suffered worse. It's just I don't know. There's still some optimism left in... Aegis hasn't lost everything yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a competition of losing them.
Yeah. No, I think that's her point, that Aegis still has something left worth saving, He still has something left, some life left worth living,
But this is I mean, that's going to be the contention of the argument is Aegis enjoys this life. This is the life he's keeping.
Okay, so
when we look at it like that, we both have equal things to lose, and that's only one thing. Well, besides the fact that Aegis likes having money as well.